India, a land which has been the crossroads of the civilized world since the origins of time, where masterful and epic art forms are enduring to this day. For thousands of years, handmade rugs have been a treasured expression of their culture. Dating back to many centuries ago, India has been on the cutting edge of rug making. Welcome to Jaunti, known for style, quality, and value that excels in new and innovative designs. Each rug handmade and crafted to their exacting standards by master artisans with a proud heritage to their past. Jaunti continues to create these functional art forms in the most fashion-forward patterns, colors, and textures for today's market, using the artistic expressions that stem from the heart and hands of the Indian people. This is a process in which each step is the making of a timeless treasure that is passed on generation to generation. We now take you on a tour of the creation of these rugs, from the sheep to your home, and show you how these hands create the highest quality rugs by Jaunti. Wool is the most desirable natural fiber that outperforms all others. It's known for its durability, resiliency, ability to hold its shape and color, and last through years of use and cleanings and still maintain its highest value. The quality of wool depends on several factors, including climate, how and where the sheep are raised, and the area of the sheep where the wool comes from. Jaunti starts their meticulous process using the most superior blends of wool in the making of its rugs to ensure the uppermost quality standards that their rugs are known for. Shearing is usually done once a year and requires expert skill so that the sheep is shorn efficiently and quickly. The wool is then carefully cleaned and scoured. The fleece is washed in hot water to remove impurities. Next, the wool is passed through a carding machine. Wool fibers are opened from clumps and aligned parallel to each other, creating woolen. Carding is the process of combing or straightening out of these fibers and removing the trash and tangles so that the spinner can get a yarn of consistent thickness. Wool being spun by hand will yield a yarn much different from machine-spun wool. It's irregular in tension, with each twist varying at a particular point, some points more twisted than others. This leads wool to taking the dye differently, hence creating darker and lighter spots in a more nubby-piled rug. This gives a Jaunti hand-spun rug its unique and valuable character. This is a machine roving the carded wool. A roving is a long and narrow bundle of fiber. Rovings are produced during the process of making spun yarn from wool fleece. Here we have a machine spinning. The wool is spun onto bobbins. The spun wool yarn is then made into skeins, a length of yarn wound on a reel. The skeins of wool go through a final wash before they are dyed to remove any remaining oils and impurities. Mordant is then added and the wool is soaked in it. Mordant acts as glue between the dye pigments and the wool surface. The wool skeins are then rotated in a boiling dyeing bath to take the color uniformly. Colorfully dyed yarns are then dried under the sun. Jaunti's Yarn Archive contains hundreds of standard and customized colors and textures, all available to bring a personal fashion statement into your customers' homes. Jaunti's creative design process starts with the pattern and color placements on the computer. Once all the adjustments are made and the CAD is approved, the pattern is artistically drawn by hand on the graph paper. The pattern is done exactly to scale at this point. Hand-drawn patterns are then meticulously colored in by skilled artists, with a keen eye for color that's based on the CAD instructions. The pattern is patiently traced on wax paper by placing tiny holes into the paper. The pattern is then transferred to the canvas by rubbing ink over the wax paper with the small holes. Here we see Jaunti's master artisans hand tufting the rug, one thread at a time. They are using a tufting gun. They follow the pattern placed on a canvas, which is hung on a vertical loom. Hand tufting requires a diligent and elegant mastery of this art form. They possess a high level of craftsmanship and can create any design or motif imaginable. This hand tufting production method provides an excellent canvas for their personal, artistic, and individual style, and can yield unique and beautiful visual patterns. Washing the rug is one of the most important steps in getting to the desired final product. This process is not only labor-intensive, but like all the other processes, also requires great skill. At Jaunti's washing facilities, all rugs go through multiple washing steps to create a soft texture and a beautiful sheen and luster. Then the rugs are dried under the sun. This is an extremely important process. Proper drying will ensure the desired finish color and sheen of the rugs. The washed and dried rugs are then placed on frames, face-side down. Adjustments are made to make sure the rug is a perfect rectangular shape. The rug is measured and remeasured on all sides and from corner to corner to make sure the shape is perfect. One final fine-tuning is made to make sure all lines are straight. Next, cloth is placed on the back of the rug, with extra pieces in the corners to further reinforce the latex backing and the rug. Latex is then applied to the back of the rug. Great care is taken to make sure the latex is spread evenly. Then, the latex back is dried and cured. Next, the pile or designs that may have been tangled during the wash process are separated with the help of a pointed instrument. Here the rug is being sculpted by skillful craftsmen to make the lines separating the patterns more vivid and give the face of the rug a three-dimensional look and gives the rug its own distinct personality. The edges are then serged by hand using a matching wool yarn. Fabric is then placed over the latex back for protection. Jaunti only uses natural fabrics, such as cotton, for the backing of its rugs. Next, the rug is proficiently sheared to create an even pile. Then the edges of the rug are sheared and finished by hand to create a nice transition between the pile and the serged edge. The rugs are then tightly rolled to prevent damage and wrinkles. Each step in the production of a rug by Jaunti is a process that requires distinct skills and techniques. A typical 8 by 11 size tufted rug takes 8 to 10 weeks to produce. Next, the rugs are tightly packed to protect them from moisture during the month-long journey over the oceans. An additional layer of packaging is added to protect them during shipping to the customer. Each day, each hour, and each minute, from start to finish, our rugs are made by talented, expert human hands, creating a one-of-a-kind work of art that will warm consumers' homes for years to come. Here you see a vast selection of finished rugs, all waiting for their journey from India to Jaunti's facilities in the U.S. The process of the creation of each handmade rug is crafted to Jaunti's exacting standards. Each step is carried out repeatedly and meticulously by skilled artisans with an eye for superior craftsmanship and attention to detail, directly from the heart and hands of the Indian people, creating heirlooms of high value and beauty to liven up any room. We have a crew of people supporting you that create these works of art to turn your customers' houses into beautiful homes. Jaunti has always been committed to innovation, with the highest standard for quality in every rug we produce. Our priority is to provide superior service. We are confident and proud of our rugs. They are more than the people and the hands that touched and created them along the way. They are their lives and their artistic expressions, created so we may all appreciate the beauty and the time-honored art form of a handmade rug by Jaunti.